Alright, guys. Now, I'm actually really close to getting all of the stickers in Papa's Mocharia Deluxe. So I figured I would make a video where I get the last 2 stickers that I need. Now, I need to master 1 more cooking special, and I have 3 more customers to serve. So yeah, I should play for 3 days, and I should get both stickers on the 3rd day. And as you notice, there's like a little circle here. You see on the top there's the golden Papa Louis stickers strip, and then there's like a circle. I wonder if we get that after we get all the stickers. You know, that would be a pretty neat touch. Anyway, yep, let's get started. Kayla. I don't even know what 3 customers we're missing. There's too many to keep track of. So I'm not gonna bother. We're just gonna wait and see. Ooh, I like her bracelet. I never noticed that before. I might invite Robbie on the last day. We'll see. And yeah, I do agree with you, Green Ethan. The skim milk can be hard to perfect because it's kind of hard to see. This should be about an hour because the... Ooh, nice! Mary and Sue. Lovebirds. Now, as of recording this, 2 of my friends are on vacation. Green Ethan, I believe, is on vacation. And my friend Ashton is on vacation. And I think Purple Ethan, I don't know if he's still on vacation or if he just came back from a vacation, but I believe he went to Colorado or something. And then I have a vacation coming up. It's probably going to be a bit before I release this because, you know, I like to premiere these with Green Ethan so he can participate and we can chat while these things premiere, but you know, since Green Ethan is going to be gone for until I believe Sunday. Plus, I have other videos that I want to premiere before this. I want to premiere in the same order as I record. So, it could be a while before I premiere this. Hell, I may even be back from my vacation once this premieres. It just depends on what nights we have available. And, you know... Oh, I used the wrong cup size. I'm sorry, Sue. I was trying to aim for a perfect last 3 days, but I guess I can't do that anymore. But yeah, most of us do have vacations coming up. Oh, what the hell happened? Forgot to add sugar plum syrup. Too much added into the cup, it overflowed. Used a small cup instead of a large. I'm so sorry, Sue. I don't know what came over me. I love her Christmas outfit. It's adorable. I love how fluffy her hoodie is. But yeah, I talked about my New Mexico before throughout the years. We've actually been trying to go since 2021, but we keep getting stuff that has been setting us back. I'm actually glad we never went in 2021 because the pandemic was still pretty bad. And we were planning to go in like either May or August. I believe it was May, but regardless, I didn't get vaccinated until September 2021. That's when I got both my COVID vaccine doses. So, yeah. I forgot what the reason was, but that we didn't go in 2021, but it probably was because of that. Just, you know, me not being vaccinated yet. Just the whole pandemic. And then, like I said, in 2022, we ended up sacrificing our New Mexico trip for Houston. We went to Houston back in August of 2022. And that was the first vacation we went on. Me, my dad, and my brother together since the whole pandemic situation. And then in 2023, we decided to go to South Padre Island instead. Me, my dad, and my brother, we went with our grandparents on my dad's side, and our cousins also came out and went on the trip with us as well. I remember when we first talked about it, my dad had sent a message to him on the phone, or no, not my grandma sent my dad a message on the phone. And I remember, and he read it to me and my brother. And I remember one of the things that got said was, it was around the anniversary of my uncle's passing, because he passed away the following year in July 26th, I believe it was. And then, oh my god, are you serious? Give me Robbie, not Shittus. Yeah, I'm getting Robbie in here on the last day. But yeah, my grandma saw it as a distraction from the anniversary passing situation, so yeah. Though I don't know why we went. Oh yeah, that's right, because I think when we originally planned on going to Ruidoso, New Mexico in 2021, I think that was just me, my dad, and my brother. Originally, we didn't first start planning it together until I believe 2024. Oh, almost forgot something. There. Alright, with that. Oh yeah, speaking of, Moose actually got his address revealed. You'll probably find out by the time this video is released, but I just want to go ahead and say it. He did get his address revealed. It was just him. But I think Wimpa should get hers next week, so theirs could be back to back. I think Wimpa will live in the apartment next to Moose, but we will see. But I'm surprised. I always thought they lived together, to be honest, but I guess not. Oh my god. Shittus, I hate you. I loathe you. And don't come back. Give me Robbie instead. At least, I do prefer Cletus's style B over his main style. That I will say, at least. But yeah, and I'll probably do my next Metopia episode after my trip. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on my, like, you know, the day I get back from my trip, or if I'm gonna wait. It's a shorter drive than Houston, so we'll probably be back in, like, the late morning, early afternoon. So, yeah. I think I can probably do it then. Because I'm probably just going to want to kill time. until the day after the trip. Because for the Houston trip, like, you know, it was weird. Like, we went to... It took a lot longer for us to get home, because we had to drop my mom off. Because we had to pick her up, then in Orange Grove, and then we had to drop her back off. Then we ate lunch. Then we went to the store. It was just by our house. But but we did go there because I think, if I remember correctly, my dad wanted to buy some stuff for... He made a chili the next day, and I also got some snacks, so... Yeah. So by the time we got back home, like, you know, we were exhausted. I just wanted to unpack and chill out, but the Rio Dosa trip should be a lot more. Or I'll just say it like this, a lot less demanding, I guess. Ooh, nice. I like rattling. You know, it is a shame that Valentine's Day did get replaced, but at the same time, I am happy that Pally finally has a Mardi Gras outfit, because I knew it was bound to happen eventually, sooner rather than later. If we do get Cluckeria and Paletteria next as deluxe games, I definitely see Onion Fest replacing Comic Con, which is kind of sad because I saw how the outside looked during Comic Con. It was gorgeous. But at the same time, if they do want to keep giving her outfits, at least one in each game, but they want to prioritize the mobile exclusive games first, like they did with Mocharia, then yeah, because it has been a while since we got Onion Fest and baseball season. Now, baseball season in Cluckeria sounds absolutely disgusting. Onion Fest. Oh. Huh. I thought Brody was the second to last one. Yeah, I haven't actually seen Santa at all this Christmas. I guess I was wrong. Or at least during the second Christmas, you know, it actually becomes a lot more unpredictable. But during the first Christmas, he would come every day. And then I started getting Mrs. Claus every day during this Christmas, but there was actually a day where she didn't come, even though she still had one left to get to a silver. Alright, so I lied, sorry. We're not gonna get the 2 tickets or the 2 stickers on the same day. We're gonna get the next one, or the last one after today, tomorrow. But yeah, like as I was saying, I see Onion Fest replacing Comic Con and Cluckeria, and baseball season replacing Big Top Carnival in Paleteria. I absolutely thought we were going to get baseball season. Because they made it, even though it wasn't explicitly confirmed, they did do a baseball-related sneak peek for Paleteria, so I took it as a hint that we were going to get baseball season. Because, like I said, it's been a while. We haven't gotten Onion Fest since 2019, and we haven't gotten baseball season since 2018. Onion Fest has only appeared 3 times, and baseball season has only appeared twice. So, yeah. Pally needs an outfit for those 2 holidays. Those 2 holidays are long overdue for a return. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of baseball season, I don't necessarily dislike it. It just doesn't really resonate with me since I'm not a sports person. I will acknowledge that it does need to make a return eventually, so Pally can finally get in a baseball season outfit. I mean, it's still better than getting Mardi Gras. And yeah, one thing I am intrigued about the New Mexico trip is I may have already mentioned this, but oh yeah, I think I have, because, well, I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but Green Ethan, as you are aware, the New Mexico is in the mountain time zone, whereas I'm in the central time zone. So when I do go to New Mexico, I will actually be. Oh my god! I always do that. I look at the top thinking I'm gonna spray the drizzle on top, but I put it in the sundae or the latte. Sorry, Nick. Alright, Sue again. Yeah, I'll get Robbie in here for the last day. Don't get me wrong, coupons are a godsend, but there are a couple of reasons why I sometimes rather not use them for certain customers. Now, if I need to get someone in here to get a sticker or to rank them up, you know, yes, I love having the coupons for that reason, but it is more special when the customers come in on their own, and I don't want to spam them with coupons all the time because I don't want to push my luck with them. That one's kind of hard to explain, but But I feel like the more I push my luck with them, the risk I have, the bigger risk I have of losing out on my perfect streaks with them. So, yeah. But yeah, that is something, that is definitely something interesting. Because it's gonna be weird, because when we go over there, we're gonna gain an hour, so it'll be like the trip was only like 4 hours, because the trip is almost 5 hours without the consideration of time zones. But if we're going over there, we're gonna gain an hour, so we're gonna get an hour cut off of our distance. But when we come back, it's gonna be the opposite. We're gonna lose an hour, and it's gonna be added to our distance. I don't know. It's just something interesting that I've considered. Now, we did have this experience for Florida, but the Florida trip was way too long, and it was the opposite, because they're on the Eastern time zone, so they're an hour ahead. This one will be a lot more casual, because it's only almost 5 hours away. I'm a bit skeptical about the trip. I think I mentioned this, but I tend to get very understimulated during trips because we don't do very much. I mean, we do stuff, but we spend a lot of time just cooped up. So, yeah, and the freaking FIFA World Cup is still going to be going on, so I'm worried that my dad's just going to want to watch that, him and my brother. But it kind of actually makes me glad that my grandmother is coming. She'll try to keep him on his toes, and hopefully he'll actually get him to do stuff and not just sit around watching that World Cup stuff. We'll actually get to do stuff together. Because that's what happened during the South Padre Island trip. I remember she would text him and we would go eat together, so yeah. Kind of makes me glad that we're going together rather than just me, my dad, and my brother, because we would do a lot more boring just sitting around, so yeah. Even though I get skeptical with hanging out with my grandma, it does make me glad. Alright, let's get through all this nonsense. Now, my friend Eli, I'm I'm kind of like a mixture between envy and feeling kind of bad because on one hand, vacations are can be draining because you have to do a lot of packing and unpacking. So I do kind of envy him because he hasn't had to worry about that since 2019. He told me that's the last time he went on a vacation. But I also feel kind of bad because all four of us, the rest of us in the friendship circle, me, you, Green Ethan, Ashton, and the Purple Ethan, like, we all have or had vacation or will have that vacations that are really close to each other. Like I said, Ethan, the purple Ethan, he just got back from one, or I don't know if he got back from one or if he's still on the vacation. I'm not sure, but one or the other. And then Ashton and you are currently on vacations. Then I have a vacation coming up, so yeah. I definitely don't go on vacations as frequently as, or outings, just vacations or outings in general. Cletus, get out of here! Vacations or outings, like as frequently as Ethan, Ashton, and or both Ethans or Ashton do, but I feel like for Eli it's even more rare and stuff. Ding ding. Alright, yeah. They alternate. Today's dining room day. I don't know if Robbie's gonna order the special or not, so we seem to be getting really limited on who's ordering the special, but just in case, I'll just make Rattlin's for now. And yeah, this is the last special that we, or the last sticker that we, well, yeah, special and sticker to master. See, because that only has one more star. And we only have one more special to master, which will be this one. So we are really close. And I want to see if we get a sticker here too. Or if that's just it. A hole puncher type of effect. And then the last vacation I went on was to Houston to see my grandparents on my mom's side. And that was only back in December. So yeah. It's weird because we're all from families that take vacations, even if for me it's not as frequent. But then there's Eli. And I think he sometimes feels left out because he knows that the rest of us do take vacations from time to time. And he wants to go on a vacation. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be avoidant when it comes to family vacations once I am living on my own. Except for maybe, like, some very few exceptions. Like going to Houston and seeing my grandparents still, even when I have my own place. But generally, I do want to. I am gonna try to avoid family vacations, because, I don't know, they're just stressful, draining, understimulating. I'd much rather go on a vacation with friends, or even alone. Sounds pretty nice. Well, the moment of truth lies in this final sticker. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Now, let's see. Hold on, let me. All right. Take her order. All right. Oh no. Yeah, we don't get another. We don't get an extra sticker for getting all the stickers. Yep, we have them all. Yeah, that's just supposed to represent, you know, a hole punch or something. Oh well, we're gonna finish the rest of this day. Then I'll end it off. I'll go ahead and make the second special. Whether it's Robbie or someone else who orders it. But we won't make Robbie's regular order, just in case he does order the special. Oh yeah! Oh well, we still have 5 and 6. Then it's the closer, so we still uncertain. But yeah, and I'm not opposed to spending time with my family even when I do have my own place. But there's definitely going to be stuff. It'll be easier to avoid doing certain stuff. Oh. Shoot, 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 shoot. Ah! Alright. Alright, so he's gonna be the dining room. It's always the dining room. When I give someone a special, it's always the dining room. They hardly ever actually come up and to the counter. It's like, come on! Why don't you want to see me, you customers? Ooh, pretty. You know, one last thing I do want to talk about, because I don't think I've ever really discussed it before, but one of my book projects that I do want to eventually try to achieve is a book about mental health. Now, I'm not one of those people who struggles severely with my own mental health. However, I do feel like my mental health can be pretty... I don't know if delicate's the right word, but... Alright, that should be Robbie. But my mental health does get very affected easily. In part due to me being neurodivergent. And I've talked about it before, about how my mental health has been affected due to my neurodivergence and due to being disregarded. And that's definitely some stuff I want to cover in that book. I want to talk about things that, you know, help people with mental health, you know, things that can be detrimental to mental health. And this goes for both people doing, you know, doing these actions onto themselves and other people. One major point that I definitely want to discuss is how sometimes people I'm not saying all people with mental health issues are like this, don't worry. I'm not trying to put everyone into a box or a stereotype, but you know, some people do take their negative emotions out on other people. And I want to offer better alternatives. Penny, please! I was trying to get a perfect day! I hate you, Penny. Penny, I was trying to get a perfect day. I'm trying to finish off strong. Don't you understand that? Anyway. Yeah, like, I'd rather not mention any names, but Green Ethan, you know who the hell I'm talking about, but we used to be friends with someone back in 2021 until they decided to just ghost all of us for no reason. And hold on, let me see this. All right. Ooh, nice. Tari's finally getting her outfit. I'm sure you're very pleased. Yeah, let's get these out of the way. But yep, this particular person ghosted us for no reason, just because you weren't even involved, Green Ethan, but me, Ashton, and Purple Ethan were calling her out, and so she just ghosted us. And some of the stuff she started doing was horrendous. And yeah. Alright, yeah, I can go ahead and give this to Robbie. Yes! Oh, Penny! I swear if Quinn gives me a perfect, but not you, Penny, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but it's not gonna be pretty. But yeah, this, I don't know, this person did suspect to be in bipolar. Hell, my friend Ashton, he also suspects to be in bipolar, but he doesn't take it out on us. I wish this particular person would understand that too. And I get it, like, criticism is hard to take, especially as a neurodivergent, but that does not excuse her actions. You see, we have laid back Penny, but strict Quinn, and Quinn's the one who gives me the perfect score. If I had $1 for every time a perfect day was ruined by a normal customer, but the closer in that day gave me a perfect score, I'd be rich. Anyway, yeah. Like I said, a mental health book is definitely something I want to take on. Because even though I haven't dealt with any mental health issues to like a really serious or severe extent, you know, I do know what it's like to have my needs disregarded, and for people, even my own family, fail to accommodate. And, you know, that can affect my mental health. And then, like I said, I know what it's like when people do take their mental health out on you instead of finding better ways to channel those feelings. So those are definitely some of my main reasons for wanting to write this book. Anyway, yeah. I have all the stickers. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. It would be cool if there was like a special sticker you would get right here where this top circle is when you got all the stickers. That would be a nice little touch. Because, like, what is this even supposed to be? You know what I mean? It feels like a sticker is missing, so. But yeah, I'll leave it right here, guys. I don't know when I'm gonna post this yet, but hopefully it will be pretty soon. Because there's trips going on. I have other premieres that I want to release first, so we're just gonna have to see. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.